So hello everyone, welcome to JB class once again, where we are still looking at the gimbal balancing. And just a reminder, balancing of your gimbal is very critical and it's very mandatory before you do any shoots or before you do any recordings. Why? It's because you see, if you use it without balancing, one, you're going to encounter many of the vibrations, and what that means is that it will damage your gimbal. That is bit number one. And also at the end of it, you're going to have what you call very shaky videos that are not very smooth. You see, you want by the end of or your video recording, you want to have at the end a very smooth flow of your video. So that is why your gimbal has about different axes. And this bit we are having this tilt axis, we are having these roll axis that is usually located here, then we also have these pan axis. But in this video I'm just going to focus on this bit of balancing the tilt axis, which is in this section. And in that bit of tilt axis, there is also a segment where you have to do what we call vertical balance, which really looks at your camera facing upwards. Then for the tilt axis, you're looking at your camera facing in front of you, So what you're going to do is, first of all, you have to unlock. Usually what we call the motor locks. The motor locks are right here. There's even one here, and then we usually also have one on the other side on our roll axis. So this is what you unlock. Then there's also what we call the arms. There's an arm here that we call a slider arm. This slider arm is where we are having our camera sitting quick release plate. Then the quick release plate is sitting on our safety lock plate right here, which now sits on your slider arm. So this slider arm, you're having the knob. There's a tightening knob here that holds it in position. So for you now to do the vertical balancing, your camera facing up, you're going to do what? You first of all have to unlock this by just sliding it right this way. Now your camera is very free. In this section you can see it's moving freely. Now we want to do the vertical balancing. What you do is you're going to try your camera facing upwards this way. So you'll notice that it's not facing upwards, so you have to use this knob right here. So you're going to loosen it up. When you loosen this, you have the capability of your slider arm moving up and down. So you have to twist it in a way that your camera is facing up. Here you can notice that mine is now okay. Then what you're going to do is to go ahead and tighten it. Ensure that you are tightening it. Don't forget, because you see, you might move your gimbal, then it damages your stuff you get. So that is the bit of now vertical balancing. You're having now your camera facing upwards. Then with the bit where you're going to have now your tilt axis, you're going to adjust in a way that now your camera has to face in front. In this case also, just having your motor lock still unlocked, still having also this freely, you are going to try to just monitor if your camera can face in front. So in this case, you'll notice that it's not facing. So for you to balance and ensure that the camera is going to face in front, what you're going to do is you're going to take advantage of now this slider arm, and also this is what we call the quick release plate. So what you're going to do, there is a knob right here, knob that sits on your safety lock plate right here. So what you're going to do, notice that you're going to untighten it, but when you loosen it up, you're going to have your camera move freely, you'll notice. So what you're going to do is you're going to move it in a way that, remember, we want to achieve our camera facing in front. So what you have to do is just, and you got to be very careful as well, just try a little bit for it to be able to balance a certain segment right. So you'll notice that now we are good to go in terms of now camera facing in front. So after you're done with that, you're going to tighten this knob here. Once you are done with your tilt balancing, that's some things you're going to notice, that your camera is able to actually sit in any position. When you actually tilt it, it's going to sit in any position. An example would be if you tilt it this way at a certain angle, it sits comfortably without really shifting. And then again, if you tilt it this way, it's gonna stay in that position. The same happens in any position, right? So that is clear. Then once you're done now with your vertical balancing and also what we call the tilt balancing, you now go ahead into locking these. You lock your motor lock on the tilt plate, and then you just shift your camera a bit, then it will be stable in that section. So that is on the bit of tilt balancing and also the vertical balancing. So in the next video we are going to look at the bit of balancing the pan axis. So that's the bit for now.